Hello again. Last week I just released my Ragbrai video, the entire video, all at one time. Wanted to get it out, wanted it to all be available. And I've had a lot of questions. I've had a lot of awesome feedback. So I'm doing a follow-up, which is my tips and I guess what I call the good, bad, and ugly of Ragbrai. Not being negative, just hope to get info out there that might make the event even better. Before getting into that, I want to thank everybody who's watched my video, everybody who chatted with me at the event and took my silly stickers and checked me out. Everybody who's commented, the feedback has been super awesome. I really appreciate it. I worked really hard on this video. Spent a lot of time dragging everything around, and I had a lot of fun making it. And it's really cool to see such positive feedback on my work. So what is Ragbrai? And I got to read this off because I can never remember. It is the Register's annual great bicycle ride across Iowa. The Register being a local paper in Iowa. I assume it still exists. It did in 1973. So in 1973, two writers for the paper, the Register, decided to bike across Iowa and write about it on their way. Every evening, they would call in to the paper, and the paper would write up what they had to say. And as they went, they got more and more followers, kind of like Forrest Gump. What we have now, 52 years later, Ragbrai 52, 52 years later, listed on their website as the longest, biggest, oldest bike ride in the world. So basically, you bike across the state of Ohio with thousands of people. I can never find out what the exact number is. I don't know if there's an exact number, but they pick a city in Iowa, I guess on the west side, and then they pick an end city on the east side, and you literally bike across the state of Iowa, going from town to town the entire way and camping in various towns as you go. It was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed it. It was actually a lot more fun than I expected it to be. I kind of had a blast, to be honest, and I thought it was going to be bad. I kind of thought it was going to not be good, but it was one of those things that everybody said I should do, and I wanted to try a big group ride out, so I went for it. One of the questions I get a lot is, what does Ragbrai cost? To register for Ragbrai is $289. That's what I paid. $289. It probably varies depending on when you do it, and every year it probably increases. I don't know. That covers them carrying your baggage. So every day in the morning, you drop your baggage off, all your camp stuff, with their trucks, and they carry it to the next overnight town, and then you retrieve it again. I thought it was going to be really bad. I expected long lines and waiting, and there was none of that. 0 lines, 0 waiting. I will say that they're supposed to check your wristband before letting you walk off with your bag, and out of 7 days, only one person did that. So there's something that might be in, there's something you can work on. So it covers carrying your bag, and also carries the sag wagon. The sag wagon is a vehicle that goes around, and if you need help, they stop and help you, even driving you, picking you up and driving you if you need to be picked up. So if you got a flat, they'll help you with that. If you can't make it, they'll drag you around. And it covers camping in the main campground. I think that's all it covers. If when you get to one end of the state, you need a ride back to the other, you got to get a shuttle for that. That's a different fee. And there's various charters that do that. I went with Pork Belly, and they shuttled me from the end town to the start town. It was $215. And if you want to park, there's going to be a parking fee. And in Guttenberg, they charged me $130 to park. And that totals up to $634. I ended up not paying for park. I ended up not using the parking because I rode with Jason and he had already paid for parking. I didn't even attempt to get my money back. The big question is also on food. Food's expensive. I normally carry all my stuff and I never buy food. I didn't intend on buying food to begin with, but I decided, hey, we're doing Ragbrai, let's do it up. So I took $300 in cash for food. I spent all of it, plus another $200 on my debit card. So I spent almost $500 just on food, on shuttle rides. That's a whole nother thing. And that doesn't count the $60 I spent on a jersey plus 30 or 40 for a pair of gloves. So Ragbrai is expensive. So getting into the good of Ragbrai, what I thought was awesome, which kind of shocks me, is the crowd. I thought the crowd was going to be horrible. I thought that was going to be one of the bad things about Ragbrai, but it was really cool riding with everybody, people of all ages, people of all skill levels, people in crazy outfits. There was people that are out riding for various causes, trying to bring awareness to different causes, and a lot of those dudes dress silly and are fun, and they're trying to get their message out. I really enjoyed that. Some of the groups really touched my own heart. I'm not getting into that, but I really enjoyed it. Also, for me, it was huge because a lot of you guys actually came up and said hello, and I never get that. I'm constantly by myself. It was really awesome to have people who actually enjoy and appreciate my work coming up and saying hello. Never be scared to come and say hi to me. Both of the guys that rode with me, Jason and Joe both, are people who watch my content. That's how I met them. Jason has come out from a group ride I did in Damascus at the Creeper Trail, and Joe was just riding along on the Ragbrai path. I had never spoke with him before, and as far as I'm aware of, I never have. But he said hello, and he ended up riding with me every day the entire time. Like, we had so much fun hanging out. Big props to Jason and Joe for hanging out with me. Like, it really helped me relax and actually be myself and joke and act silly. I had a blast. So the bad is the cost. It's over $600 just to get started. Food prices are literally the same as like going to an amusement park or a festival. Like, food prices are expensive. Also, the shuttles are slow and it takes a while. So when you get to camp every day, the expo and town, like where all the parties at, all the actions at, all the stuff to buy, all the vendors, that's in the expo downtown, and it's usually at least a mile away, and you take a shuttle from camp into town and then back, and there just wasn't enough shuttles. They was too crowded. The routes were confusing. Even getting info from the info booth, like, they wasn't sure sometimes. So, like, that could use some work. Also, since we're here, take note that if you go out to eat at the local restaurants, a lot of them are on limited menus. So keep that in mind. All right, again, I'm not trying to be negative. I hope that the people who run things pick this up and work with it. The ugly of Ragbrai. In a lot of the towns, it was hard to find the water trough, water fountain, whatever you want to call it. Some of the towns didn't have any signs at all for where the water was at. The water was usually at the end of the town, so you go through town before you find the water, meaning a lot of people is going to end up buying water because they didn't find it. But also in camp, it was hard to find the water. Like, in the Ragbrai main camp, where you would assume there'd be water available, it's hard to find the water. There was no signs whatsoever pointing at where the water's at. I think in some of the camps, like we was at an airstrip, I don't know that there was water there. If there was, I never found it, which brings me back to there should be signage. It's really the only really thing that I would say was ugly as far as the good, the bad, and the ugly of Ragbrai. Moving on to my tips, things that we picked up while we was there. I took breakfast with me, so every morning I had oatmeal. I ate right at camp before I ever left. Take breakfast with you. You can eat whenever you feel like it. People are going to the first town to eat breakfast. In fact, a lot of people are, and sometimes the first town is 20 miles away, and when you get there, it's a long line. So take breakfast with you, and you can eat whenever you want and not have to worry about the lines or how far away it is. Another tip, if you want to save money, you can literally take all your food with you. Normally on my tours, I don't buy food. I carry stuff with me. You can put your stuff in the 50-pound bag that they carry for you, and then just take out what you need as you go. Another thing, the towns are generally pretty close, so check the distance between one town and the next. It could be 2 miles, it could be 10 miles, up to 20 miles on this trip. You don't have to carry a bunch of water, so I was carrying a whole extra liter of water most of the time before I figured it out and quit doing it. So just carry a bottle of water to get you to the next town. It'll also keep your water from getting hot. And while I'm at it, if you are buying food, try to look for the churches, the VFWs, and the local people in the towns that are trying to raise money for local issues. As you go from town to town, these same vendors you will see all week long, and they follow along, but you want to try to hit the churches and the VFWs and the kids raising money for school, stuff like that. That's what we should be doing. My next tip is to find some friends to ride with you. Don't ride by yourself. The whole point of the event is to be around people, make friends, bring your friends with you. To be honest, if you don't want to ride with people, maybe a giant group event that you're paying a lot of money for isn't the best bet. If I do it again, and I may possibly do it again, I'm going to invite all you guys to ride with me. I'm probably going to steal Doozer's idea and get everybody t-shirts. I don't know. I think it'd be funny. But if I do it again, I will definitely invite everybody to come and hang out and ride. And the last tip I got is for the shuttle rides. Be prepared for the shuttle rides. The worst of the event was really the shuttle ride from the end town to the begin town, which is how the event started. Make sure you're aware of what the shuttle services that you're going with are actually going to do. We went with Pork Belly shuttle service. They picked us up in Guttenberg, took us to Orange City, but they dropped us off at the Pork Belly camp, not the main campground or even town, which we needed to get to. So they put you off at the Pork Belly camp, and then you get on another shuttle service, and their shuttle service, again, didn't take us to the main campground where we was trying to get to. They took us to town and dropped us off. On top of that, not only did they drop us off in town, but they dropped us off 3 blocks from where the other shuttle service is, where we actually needed to get to. So we got off their other shuttle service, carried our 50-pound bags for 3 blocks, got on another shuttle to make it out to the main campground. So I don't know what was up with that. I understand the way the shuttles work, but at the very least, the shuttle should drop you off at the shuttle drop where everybody else is taking their shuttles to. That's all I got. Again, I'm not trying to be negative. Overall, I had a blast. It was really fun, especially when we was done with the shuttle back and forth. I can't think of anything else off the top of my head, but you shoot me questions, I will answer them. Those of you who watch know I'm pretty quick to respond. I'm pretty pumped. I got a lot of great news. If you're still watching this, I'm going to go ahead and drop it on you. The main marketing director for Priority Bikes saw my video, liked it, checked out some of my other stuff, and they wanted to send me a bike. So they actually sent me a brand new bike. It's one of their priority bruiser bikes. It's an adventure bike. I literally just drug it in the house. I chased the UPS guy down, literally followed him. There's an app that shows you where they're at. I didn't want to wait. Chased him down, got the bike, and literally just brought it in the house. That's pretty massive. Like, there's no strings attached. I'm not on some sort of contract. I don't have to say anything positive about the bike. I'm just going to do what I normally do, and we're going to test this bike out probably real soon. So this is this is huge for me. Like, and I'm pretty ecstatic. Yeah, like, I got a free bicycle, and that's pretty cool. But really, this validates the work that I've been doing. Like, you guys have been watching my content. Y'all like it. Like, someone out there thinks highly enough of my content that they want to send me a bike to ride because they think you guys are going to see me on the bike. That's pretty awesome. So again, I appreciate all y'all. I'm going to continue to do what I do and be brutally honest. So we're going to take this bike out and try it out, and y'all going to get my feedback on whether I actually like the bike or not. I like the idea of the bike right off the bat, so I have good hopes for this bike. I have high expectations. So again, thanks to everybody for watching. That's the big news I was going to drop. If anybody saw me hinting about it on Facebook, I'm going to make another post about it probably as I put this bike together. Thanks for watching. I really appreciate it. Shoot me questions, like and subscribe. Follow along.
This is quality content. Like and subscribe.